Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news. I'm Olivia Sandusky. Happy Friday to you. Our Kai Beach will join us in just a little bit to tell us more about the fabulous Friday forecast that we're having. Feels great out there today. But let's go ahead and get to your top story this morning. Silvercrest CEO William Rodriguez was back in court in Indio today. The 43-year-old Palm Springs resident is being charged with murder, hit and run, resulting in bodily injury, and driving with a suspended license. Those charges stem from an incident dating back to October 11th, 2024 that took the life of 60-year-old Christina Barrington. Rodriguez was arrested less than 2 weeks ago, but just posted bail last week. Today's appearance was relatively short. Rodriguez's attorney telling NBC Palm Springs the DA's office is waiting on an inordinate amount of supplemental discovery or evidence coming in, with lawyers and the court agreeing to reconvene the case January 14th of next year. The Cathedral City Fire and EMS departments celebrating a major achievement. They've earned a Class 2 protection rating from the Insurance Service Office. This distinction is held by less than 5% of fire departments nationwide. It reflects the relentless commitment by Cathedral City Fire and EMS to operational excellence, rapid emergency response, and proactive community risk reduction. This will also mean Cathedral City property owners can expect lower insurance premiums, down by 5 to 10% in the near future. This Sunday, the Boys and Girls Club of Palm Springs will hold their Be a Hero for Kids Halloween Bash. It's at the Hilton Palm Springs. It's a chance to get dressed up in costume while raising funds for the vital services provided to the Palm Springs youth. It will include a cocktail reception, live and silent auctions, a costume contest, and plenty of other surprises. The fun gets started at 4:30. Again, that is on Sunday. And on Saturday, Los Firebirds and Verizon are teaming up. This is for the Viva Verizon pop-up event at the Verizon location in La Quinta. Fuego's excited for this. Fans will have a chance to grab exclusive Firebirds and Los Firebirds swag. And Fuego will make an appearance. There will be interactive games, a shoot and score game for a chance at prizes. Fans will also have a chance to win tickets to a Saturday night show at Acrisure Arena for their Day of the Dead at Night game on November 1st as well. So there's a lot of fun coming up. You don't want to miss out. Again, that's the Firebirds pop-up there in La Quinta. Go ahead and take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera downtown Palm Springs on a gorgeous Friday here in the Coachella Valley. Let's go ahead and send it over to Kai Beach, who's tracking our 3-day forecast. Kai?
We are ending the work week with some beautiful weather out there. Today's high, it's 91 degrees, normally 89, so just above average and not near that record high of 104 degrees. We're going to have fair weather over the next few days. As for the highs, well, let's take a look. Here on the valley floor, Palm Springs 91, Palm Desert 96. We move up the hill, Joshua Tree, you're going to see 83. Big Bear City, a cool 68 degrees. And Cabazon, bargain shopping at 90 degrees. For the lows tonight, Big Bear City, grab a jacket, 26 degrees. Here in our desert, 66 degrees in Palm Springs, 61 in Indio, and in 29 Palms. Thank you for your service. We're looking at high 50s. Morning walk forecast. Go out there and enjoy it. 8 o'clock, high 60s, 10 o'clock, high 70s, and at noon, we are in the mid 80s. For tomorrow, you want some relief, you can head to the coast. We're looking at low 70s. The waves up there, 2 to 3 feet. So go out there and enjoy it. We're going to be riding that wave a little bit up, a little bit down when it comes to heat over the next few days, but pretty consistent. Low 90s, we're looking at high 80s. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Today, 91 degrees. The same on Saturday for the high, drops a little bit by Sunday, and those overnight lows very consistent in the mid 60s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, our thanks to Kai for that. Vote centers open Saturday for the November 4th special election. State officials hinting at a large number of early votes already being cast. Here in Riverside County, the ballot measure of particular note, Prop 50, would allow the drawing of new congressional districts, sidelining the usual procedure. NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadalang has details.
Proposition 50, as labeled on the California Voter Information Guide, authorizes temporary changes to congressional district maps in response to Texas's partisan redistricting. The proposal asks to transfer the redistricting authority from the current bipartisan commission to a newly formed legislative panel. And with Election Day around the corner, an increase in voters are exercising their rights.
Voters are coming out to vote. We believe that it is the amount of media out there regarding Proposition 50.
Organizations from across the Coachella Valley have become extra vocal in the moments leading up to November 4th.
People are really revved up. I haven't seen this kind of enthusiasm since the presidential, in the sense of how people are reacting to this. We've got a lot of people that are saying they're really angry about this, but by golly, they are voting.
The group tells me, aside from canvassing, the Democrats of the Desert participated in recent Yes on 50 rallies, those taking place last Saturday in combination with the No Kings protests.
We went out and we did it because we believe in what we're doing, and it was a peaceful rally.
According to an article from the Los Angeles Times, they say more than 3.4 million mail ballots have been returned as of this past week. The Democrats outpacing ballots from the Republicans. But just as the local Democratic headquarters say their voters are enthusiastic, so do officials with the Republican Party.
I will always urge voters to look past the headlines, to read the fine print. I think that you shouldn't trust it. That's why I'm urging everyone to vote no.
If approved, changes would come directly to the Coachella Valley, shifting Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, and La Quinta from Republican Representative Ken Calvert's district to Democratic Representative Raul Ruiz's district. Palm Springs and Indian Wells would also be affected, moving them to the 48th Congressional District under Republican Representative Darrell Issa. Moves Republican leaders say are uncalled for.
We need to end that, do away with that process, and we need to allow people to pick their representatives rather than politicians picking their voters.
In order for Proposition 50 to be passed, a simple majority needs to be carried through. Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
And the Department of Justice today saying it will monitor polling sites in 5 California counties ahead of the election, including Riverside. That's for November 4th. Federal officials saying the goal is to ensure transparency, ballot security, and compliance with federal law. Monitors will also be stationed in Los Angeles, Orange, Fresno, and Kern counties, as well as one in New Jersey. Attorney General Pam Bondi saying transparency builds public faith in elections. That announcement follows a request from the California Republican Party citing reports of voting irregularities in the past. And meanwhile, Riverside County Registrar of Voters is introducing some new technology in this upcoming special election. The county is piloting an automated signature verification tool designed to boost the accuracy and efficiency of the vote-by-mail process. This advanced system compares signatures on ballot envelopes to those on your voter registration files, quickly confirming valid signatures and flagging any discrepancies for review by election officials.
This system will absolutely help with the accuracy when we are reviewing signatures. When a ballot envelope comes to our office, it goes through a manual review of the signature against our election management system. The idea there is for this technology to be able to review the signature on the envelope and for the system be set at a threshold from 0 to 100 confidence level. Right now, surrounding counties and our county, we're doing a 45% confidence threshold.
Officials say the new tool will help streamline verification while upholding the highest standards of election security and integrity. Alaska Airlines operations have been restored this morning after experiencing an outage. On Thursday, the airline grounded its flights at all airports due to a technology outage. The ground stop was requested for almost 3 hours. We checked with Palm Springs International Airport's flight status page as of this morning. There were a few delays. One flight also arriving from Portland had been canceled. Others still dealing with those delays, so you can check flypsp.com for the very latest updates. And tonight, Greater Palm Springs Pride and the City of Palm Springs are hosting a flag-raising block party. This is in the heart of the downtown Arenas district. It's in celebration of the inaugural rising of the Gilbert Baker-designed Pride flag. The city invites you to a night of live music, dancing, and drag performances. It starts at 5. Greater Palm Springs Pride will hold their Pride Week celebration starting November 6th through the 9th, and that ends with the Palm Springs Pride Parade. Still ahead on your midday news, Palm Springs Cultural Center brings moodiness to the screens with their weekend-long Noir Con Film Festival. We'll have the details coming up right after the break. Plus, we have another live look outside for you this time from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Beautiful day out there in Indian Wells and across the Coachella Valley. Your 7-day forecast is still ahead. Stay with us.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. Grab your detective coats because the Noir Con Film Festival is this weekend at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. Screenings got underway yesterday afternoon. They'll run until Sunday, celebrating all things noir. They'll be showing films from 1958's Gideon's Day all the way to 2011's Blitz. You can get full weekend passes or tickets to individual events, and you can learn more on the Palm Springs Convention Center, Cultural Center, that is, website. Cathedral City is inviting the public to Halloween at the Panorama Dog Park. It's this Saturday, October 25th. It runs from 9 to 10:30. The dog costume contest starts at 9:30. There will be small and large dog winners, plus a special award for the best dog and owner duo. If you go, make sure to send us your pictures here at NBC Palm Springs. I'm sure we could find a way to showcase those. And the Thermal Sheriff Station is teaming up with Safe House of the Desert for its Stuff the Bus event, collecting essential supplies for local youth in need. The station is inviting the public to join them November 1st from 8 to 1 at 3 drop-off locations across the valley. That's the 2 Walmart locations, one in Coachella, the other in La Quinta, as well as a Target in La Quinta. Suggested donations include household items, cleaning supplies, clothing, food or gift cards to local grocery stores work as well. Donation drop-off boxes are also available at the Thermal Sheriff Station and La Quinta City Hall. The man accused of causing the Palisades fire pleads not guilty to federal arson charges. Jonathan Rinderknecht made his first appearance in an LA courtroom Thursday. He's charged with destruction of property by means of fire, 1 count of arson affecting property used in interstate commerce, and 1 count of timber set afire. He pled not guilty to the charges and was ordered to remain in custody. According to federal prosecutors, Rinderknecht lived in Los Angeles when he allegedly set afire known as the Lockman Fire, on New Year's Day in Temescal Canyon. Investigators say he was in the area working as an Uber driver and dropping off passengers near an area where he formerly lived. Palisades Charter High School was severely damaged when one of the two Los Angeles fires broke out. And since April, thousands of the school's students are back to in-person learning. But it's happening in a location that was once used for shopping, not studying. Maribel Gonzalez has the story.
From Sears to a school, this building is now a place of learning for thousands of students after their school burned in the January wildfires. This is Palisades Charter High School, a campus so iconic that movies including Carrie and Freaky Friday were filmed there. Today, campus is closed after about 40% of it was damaged in the Palisades fire.
Classrooms needed to be stripped down. Even the ones that survived and that weren't damaged in the fire, they were damaged by smoke.
Pali High Principal Pam McGee said getting kids back to class took priority.
We had been a school of 3,000. Lots of folks were displaced, so we found ourselves with more like 2,500 students.
Up for rent, this closed Sears department store first built in the 1940s.
It's not ideal. It doesn't have walls to the ceiling. It doesn't have doors. We're missing a lot, but we made it work.
We don't have many windows in the classrooms, but it's still the same classmates, still the same teachers.
The Palisades fire destroyed more than 6,800 structures in January.
At least a quarter of my baseball team lost their homes,
uprooting families across Southern California.
I lost my home. My two boys were born in there. We've lost that, but now we've got an opportunity. We're going to try to rebuild.
But some students say what the blaze could not destroy is their sense of community.
I think people are now so much closer together and they can bond over something.
The Pali High community is hoping construction will be complete on its home campus by January of next year.
I think the kids are learning that not everything's perfect, and we will be here to teach you no matter what that looks like.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
We've got a live look outside for you now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Kite Beach is in right after the break with your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
Well, I hope everyone's ready for a great weekend of weather out there. Sunny skies, bright blue skies, and tons of opportunity to go outdoors. Fair weather over the next few days, and we're going to see a subtle warming and cooling trend before we see a pressure high pressure system over the valley later part of the week. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the highs for today. Palm Springs 91, Indio 94. Our friends in Joshua Tree, we're looking at 83, and in Big Bear City, that is nice at 68 degrees. For the lows, Big Bear City, grab a jacket, 26, Palm Springs 66, Idlewild. Let's go up there just an hour drive away. We're looking at 46 degrees, and our friends in 29 Palms, we're looking at high 50s. A lot of people coming into the valley right now, leaving their homes or perhaps coming on vacation. You can see the streets filling up with more cars, a lot of out-of-state license plates. This is the weather they're leaving behind. Denver, the mile-high city, 69 degrees. Atlanta, Georgia, the city, too busy to hate, 74. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 52 degrees. Seattle, low 60s. Our friends in the Bay, we're looking at mid-60s. In LA, we're looking around 75 degrees. For the highs tomorrow, a little sprinkle of 80s, a little sprinkle of 90s. For the highs, we're looking at Rancho Mirage, 97 degrees. The low, take a look right there, Idlewild, Mare Max, it's a dog, 80 degrees. Tonight's evening walk, absolutely gorgeous. Have some fun out there, go outside and enjoy it. 6 o'clock, mid 80s, 8 o'clock, high 70s, and at 10 to midnight, we're looking around low 70s. Great time to go outside. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. A little cooling, a little bump up in the weather over the next few days, and you can see it by the end of the next week. Temperatures start to rise just under triple digits, and those overnight lows go from mid 60s to low 70s.
Today we'll be talking about tips for real estate investors within this uncertain economy. Here to give us all the details is real estate entrepreneur, consultant, international best-selling author of Resisting Recession, and founder of Signet Investments, Eduardo Boots Seigel. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I love the area, and it's been nice being here.
So tell us a little bit about why California real estate often resists the national recessions and what homeowners can learn from it.
It's a great question. I brought some statistics to talk about this, but I thought it might be best to illustrate the idea with a short story. We have a property in Santa Monica. The city really wanted housing, and housing is a big problem in the whole country, but especially in California. The zoning changed so that we could build vertically up to 7 stories, apartment buildings and everything. So everything seemed to be in our favor. We go to one of the land use attorneys in Santa Monica, and we ask him how long before we might get permits. He's like, if we don't get challenged by homeowners association and everything, the soonest we could get permits was 5 years. And we had a tenant that was ready to move in. I'm not going to say who, but they poured millions of dollars in their own improvements, and we were able to collect rent in a year. So the problem with California is that costs are very high. Regulation makes it very hard. So it's a supply constraint problem. That's really one of the ingredients to why California, it's hard to build, it's hard to create the supply that we need here.
And what are some of the strategies that investors can use to protect themselves?
I love this question, and I like it because I kind of separate it into what's basic and what's, a little bit more complicated. The conservative basic ideas are you got to have good property reserves. A lot of people think that they just take out all the money and they commingle business with personal in terms of the reserves. You really need to have a very high, property reserve account. You also have people leverage too much. Maybe at the beginning it's good, but your mortgage will control your property.
How can the first-time buyers or small investors get started in today's market with this economy?
That's another question I love, and that's why I wrote this book. There's a lot of books on real estate. There's a lot of books on, understanding numbers, and maybe, I don't want to say advanced stuff, but it's very in the trenches stuff. Like sometimes you need to take a 20,000-foot view and think, how do I think? How do you look at real estate? How do you want to look at real estate? The truth is, it's very unique for every person. So this book, one way to start, is buying the book. You read the first 39 pages is about kind of the investing culture of today. And I think it's great, but it sets up a certain mindset of what's wrong with today, like a very 10,000-foot view. And then the rest of the book gets into philosophies and strategies that you should have for investing. Again, it's long-term, it's relationship-based, it's philosophies that will set people up more for resisting recession. That's kind of the idea. We have recessions, and it's not the prettiest thing to talk about. But you have to look at every investment as what were to happen if things go south. And there's ways to position yourself so that you're protected.
And can you let us know where we can go for more information? Where we can buy the book?
So I have a website that has all the information. It has my podcast as well, which is another great avenue of education because I interview other experts that I really respect. It's sgnt.co. Signet is the name of my company, and it's got all my information there.
Well, thank you so much, Eduardo. And we'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right, before we go, if you are a Dutch Bros fan in the Western Coachella Valley, listen up. You don't have to drive all the way to Indio or La Quinta because starting today, a new Dutch Bros officially opened in Cathedral City this morning. The location is on Date Palm Drive near Cathedral City High School and food for less, so I'm sure that will be very popular. Looks like everyone's already having a great time. All right, we've got more news coming up at 5 and 6. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you then.